Today, we have a Henry Repeating Arms lever action rifle, chambered in 4570 government. Let's review it. As we always do, let's begin with some history. Now, I'm pretty sure if you've owned a gun once or twice, you know who Henry Repeating Arms are. They've been around for some time, and overall throughout that time, they've made some pretty good products. Only a few stinkers here and there, but overall, pretty good track record here. As we see here, the Henry Repeating Arms lever action design has been around since the 1800s here. It is an ancient design, but it works, simplistic, but beautiful at the same time. These rifles were pretty much all over the place back in the day and used for quite a wide variety of uses. And throughout the years, Henry has just been perfecting that lever action system through now 150 years plus. Quite a long time for this design to be around and quite a long time for it to be improved upon, which Henry has done throughout the time being. Overall smoothness of operation, improvements to the action itself, and just more quality of life improvements such as a rail. But I suppose we've discussed Henry enough here. Enough history. Let's move on to this rifle's overall design and features. All right, now that we're zoomed in a bit, let's get a closer look. Now to start off, just an overall elegant design with this wood furniture all across. Closer look at the action here. Quite smooth in operation, really. Also, as mentioned previously, we have a rail system for whatever optic that you'd like to mount here. We have a nice overall front sight here. And of course, you have no rear sight due to the rail, but that's whatever you choose. Even seeing options for a sling mount like so. Even in the back here, yep, there we go. And get a gander of this, the loading system. Of course, you push the rounds in like so, let them drop down, push, and close. And you should be good to go. Well, now that a few segments are out the way again of the video, I think it's once again time to go and shoot this thing. Let's go. A little brief snippet of how to load this. Yep. And yup. That should be it. Okay, everyone, time to begin. Okay, let's go. All right, now that we're back, what are the final thoughts? I had an overall great time shooting this rifle. It's quite fun. Hefty recoil, as you could see previously, but that's a given. And as expected, the range of this thing is pretty good. I was hitting targets pretty well. Nice groupings, can't complain. And if I'd have to dock this thing on one point, it would have to be that magazine tube. I really would much prefer to have the ones with a side loader instead of this system here. But it's not too big of a deal overall. You're not trying to speed reload this anyways, so no harm, no foul. Overall, guys, I think if you're looking for a powerhouse or a hunting rifle, varmint, whatever it may be, this might do it for you. But now that my final thoughts are out of the way, I think we should move on to the question of how does this compare to the average consumer? I feel that this is a niche firearm at some points in certain categories that people may not be too fond of something like this. The average home defense situations and the average self-defense situations that you would find yourself in, not really favorable to find yourself into with something like this. But opposed to that, people that hunt or farm ranchers, whatever you may be, this would be a nice ideal pick for you. But there is another factor, of course, that we all need to address, and that is the price here. Now, Henry is somewhat of a premium company, so this is somewhat of a premium price that you're going to pay. You would normally be sitting at a range of about $750 to approximately $950. So nothing to scoff at. That price leads back to the fact that this gun is somewhat of a niche firearm and only a few certain categories that people would really truly want it. But yeah, you hunters with a little bit more of a bigger wallet, the collectors or enthusiasts, I would say this is a go. Average Joe, not so much. The Everyone, truly a great gun here. Nice history to go along with it. Henry's always been a decent company. So to some of you, I can recommend, others not so much, purely due to the price point. Yeah, with that everyone, I believe that is it for now. As always, I appreciate it. Sub, like, or just watch, and we have gaming videos and short content as well. Peace, y'all.